and allow interactions through the internet with the help of voice commands and also with the touchpad, which is available on the Google Glass. Okay. What is Google Glass? It's an optical head-mounted display, as I said. It allows us to interact hands with communicate with the internet to hands-free format without using a phone to lift every time. It uses it has a Android. It is an Android device that resembles the pair of eyeglasses, as you can see in the figure. Okay, the technology is used for virtual Google Glass is virtual reality. What is virtual reality? Virtual reality, it is an artificial environment created with the help of basically such a way that user accepts it as a real environment. And in other words, simply we can say that it replaces the real world with the simulated one. As we can see in the figure 2, this is the virtual reality headset, and by wearing the virtual reality headset, as we can see in the figure 3, that a person is playing baseball game. He feels as if he's playing in the stadium itself. That is the by using the virtual reality, he feels as if he is in the virtual world. Okay, what is augmented reality? Augmented reality, it is a step ahead of the virtual reality. Augmented reality, it superimposes the computer-generated image, sound, text, such as you can see in the figure that a person is actually driving a car. It superimposes a computer-generated image. You can see in the right-hand corner, this one, that it is an augmented reality view of a Google Glass. While driving a person, he can get the navigation of the destination wherever he want to reach by wearing the Google Glass. This is augmented reality. Okay, coming to bone conduction. Bone conduction, it decodes the sound waves and converts them into vibrations that it can be received directly to the cochlea. As you can see in the figure, okay, this is the bone conduction headphones, and this is the traditional headphones which we use. In the traditional headphones, the sound travels through the outer ear, and then the middle ear to cochlea, and then eardrum, and then to the cochlea, and this signals is electric impulses sent to the brain. But what is specialty of the bone conduction is that the sound travels, the sound is converted into the sound waves and then into vibrations. Then it is transferred through the skull. Sound reaches vibration through the bones or the skin, we can say, and then it reaches without involvement of the eardrum. As you can see in the traditional headphones, the eardrum is sound travels to the eardrum, but it travels through directly through the cranial bones and then directly to the cochlea, and then signal reaches to the brain. Okay, the bone conduction headphones. Okay, these, when we search using the Google Glass, it has the bone conduction feature. Okay, so what it does is okay, the sound is converted into the vibrations, and it is almost inaudible to the next person who is sitting near him, but it is audible to him. That is uh, through vibrations. As I said, with the help of the bone conduction, he is able to hear. Okay, what is wearable computing? Wearable computing, it is a computer powered devices, okay, that can be worn. Example, clothes, watches, glasses. Okay, watches, example like fitness band, and glasses is the Google Glass itself. And while the person is operating or using this device, he is able to enter and execute various commands also while involving any physical activity. That and some of the examples are this, like you can see the watch and Google Glass. Okay, what is ambient intelligence? Ambient intelligence refers to a environment that enables us to interact with the computing environment that enables to interact with the humans appropriately and response also. Like it also includes ambient intelligence includes the sensors, processors, and communication and adaptive softwares for this, by which, like for example, we can say we use the Google Glass as we wear the Google Glass, it blinks the light and it senses the human's presence. So, and it's ready to accept the commands. This is how it works. And operating system used for this Google Glass is and a version of Android, that is Android Oreo, and also an app is optimized for the using in mobile phone. And the Bluetooth, it also has the Bluetooth technology. It allows, okay, what is Bluetooth? Bluetooth is wireless technology used for exchange of data between mobiles and devices within a short range. Okay, and Bluetooth, the as we communicate or do a call, we can directly connect it with the phone and perform a voice call, and then the sound is transferred from Bluetooth to the transducer directly with the help of bone conduction, as you can see here, as we seen in the previous slide. So the sound is traveled with the through vibrations to the skull directly to the cochlea. This is how it eliminates headphones, also earpieces. Instead of vibrations through a conduction, earphones also permits to listen music and different audio content. Okay, Wi-Fi technology. It allows. Okay, Wi-Fi technology. What is Wi-Fi technology? Wi-Fi technology, it allows computers, smartphones, or other devices to connect to internet or communicate with one another wirelessly within a particular uh, connect to a particular internet or communicate with one another wirelessly within a particular area. Okay, Google Glass has also property to connect through Wi-Fi. Google Glass must be paired with the phone to use its services and other data service, and then to get on the web and use most of its web services. Okay, these are the components of the Google Glass. Is a battery, CPU, and here this is inside CPU is there, but above we can, this is the touchpad, which I will be further explaining, and this is a camera, and this is the prism where we will be seeing the visual layer, and here is the mic through which the sound is taken to the search, whatever we perform search operations, and here are the speakers. Okay, these are the technical specifications. Okay, so the system on chip is the Qualcomm quad-core 1.7 GHz processor, and our operating system is Android, and it has memory and storage that is 3 GB RAM and 32 GB internal, and displays to a Prism 614 to 360 pixels it is, and the camera used is 8 megapixel. Sensors on it, detection sensor is used. It means that whenever we place the Google Glass on our head, okay, it detects and blinks the light. Okay, these sensors are used, and ion screen sensor also used, and input through a microphone and audio output through mono speaker, and touch is through multi-touch gesture touchpad is used in the Google Glass, and battery is 820 mAh with fast charge support. Connectivity is through Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. Okay, this is how the working model is. Okay, like say, okay, Glass, give me the directions from my location to PD Engineering College. Okay, the voice is recorded, and that sound streaming is done to Android device, and then it sends to cloud and through the Wi-Fi, and then it is getting data from the cloud, and through the help of Bluetooth, it pushes results to the Google Glass, and it responses. This is how the exactly working is, and this is how the projector and Prism working together. This is the arrangement, and there is a prism and a projector, and here is the retina. This is how arrangement is made in the, we can see in the Google Glass if we wear it. Okay, its major function is based on the mini projector. Okay, working of the Google Glass, as we can see, this is the projector. It represents the virtual layer. Okay, whatever we over the reality, and we can see the reality background. This is the real environment what we see, and this is the virtual layer presented by the Google Glass, and this is how the Google research and development team had made the precisions, like what is the distance maintained for it, so that it is clearly visible for the human eye. This is how visual focus we can see at various eye movements. Okay, this is normal eye focus when we see. This is X mark, how we can see it. This is at the corner. This is the visual layer we can see. And this is various movements, eye movements. Okay, coming to working. Okay, working. Google Glass has the basic features of any computer. It has all sensors, GPS, sensor, speakers, microphone, and battery, and also a tiny projector in the prison that directs the light to your retina. And all components are neatly embedded in this frame. Most of the processing will actually take place in the cloud itself, so that device will be light. And so the Google Glass will communicate with the mobile via Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, and displays the content of the video screen and responds to the voice commands of the user. Okay. The data stored by Google Glass, including photos, videos, and data, is stored in the Google Cloud Server. Okay. The smartphone can connect to the internet via Wi-Fi and Tether user smartphone. Okay, how can we interact with the glass? Okay, so we can interact with the glass with the help of two methods. That is, one is through touchpad. As I said, it is on the right side of Google Glass. Okay, and another one is the voice commands. Okay, one is the touchpad. Okay, touchpad, as I said in the, we can see in the figure that this is the touchpad. Okay, that touchpad is present on the basically on the right side of the Google Glass. Okay, whenever we finger comes in contact with the Google this touchpad. Okay, it responds to the change in electric capacitance is detected. Okay, so by the controller chip and registers it as a touch. Okay, it confirms it as a touch. Okay, and then we can by this feature we can navigate. Okay, navigate through various menus by swiping your finger. That's horizontally we can, and also finger downwards. If we swipe it backs out of the choice, and if we tap on a selected choice, it opens in more detail about that particular step which we want to perform. Okay, and the voice commands. Okay, voice commands, how it works. Okay, okay, Glass. How long is the Proclean bridge? How this works? Okay, Google Glass actually has a microphone that picks up the voice of the user, and then it's interpreted by the command to the microprocessor.
Huh?
Hello?
Hello?
And then okay, and it interprets the command to the microprocessor. Okay, and Google Glass won't allow us to say anything, like any commands which we can give. It has a preferred set of instructions given for it. Okay, and almost all commands starts with the OK Glass. OK Glass. Uh, what is where is the PD Engineering College? Okay, we can ask in this way. And OK Glass, call Ramesh. Okay, by using OK Glass itself, it is defined in that way by the Google development team, and hence it processes the commands. Okay, Glass record a video, will send a command to the microprocessor, and Glass will be ready to record a video. And these are the various commands which can perform using a Google Glass. Okay, we can say record a video. Okay, Glass record a video. It begins to record a video. And okay, take a picture also. Okay, Glass take a picture and use. We can also search. Okay, Glass Google whatever search query we want. We can search, and also we can translate. Okay, Glass say text. Okay, in language whichever we want. I can give directions. Okay, Glass give directions to place like PD Engineering College. Okay, it gives directions from the from source to destination how we can move. And we can also send messages using Google Glass. Send okay to a person named Ramesh that hi. So message is sent without using a phone, removing a phone from pocket and through the glass itself. And it's also display weather report and also gives flight details. Same way. Okay, there are applications. So I have collected the real-time applications of the Google Glass. Okay, okay, the first is the healthcare applications. For healthcare applications, first the Google Glass, it could assist liver biopsy. Okay, and what is liver biopsy? Okay, it is a medical test that is done to aid diagnosis of the liver disease. And the fistuloplasty also. Okay, what is fistuloplasty now? It's a non-surgical procedure used to open blocked or narrowed blood vessels in the fistula. It is and the military applications. Okay, in military applications also it is used. Okay, in the US Air Force for airmen to help make them better decisions. Okay, possibly it would be the medical support, we can say, that is for that purpose it is used. And also in oil industry applications to make the work more efficient, than the existing system. They use Google Glass to get the suggestions from it to the instant information they will get from it, and because the hands are kept free, they're able to act immediately on it. Okay, their advantages are easy to wear and use, and provides navigation maps and also
अंतरा
various
ಹುಡುಗ ಬಂತ ಏನು
features and provides detailed satisfactory query whatever we ask, and helps in making phone calls and also send emails and messages. And also I forgot one more thing, applications, one more is that it is also helpful for the handicapped people. It's also who cannot use the mini laptops or mobile phones, okay, through voice commands they also can get help from the Google Glass. Okay, what are the disadvantages? Disadvantages is that privacy of the people may be violated with the glass. It's a major disadvantage, and it can also be broken or damaged if not handled properly. Okay, and also chances are there that we may drop ourselves in the road while reading a text or email, since we can't get off our eyes of it. Like if we are walking on a street and suddenly a pop-up message comes, our focus directly goes on the message, and we forget about the things going in real world, and we may undergo some accidents. It mean to say. Okay, what are the future scope? Future scope is that we can include a more number of gestures for it, and also provide editing mechanism for by using gestures, so that it will be more efficient for all the uh, places where it's used. Mostly, preferably, it is useful in the workplaces, as I said, in the U.S. Air Force it's used, and medical fields used, and oil oil industry, and also for handicapped people. So it for their comfort they can make it themselves by using by if there is a provision for editing mechanism, and also include more number of gestures to perform as number of operations with the help of Google Glass for themselves. And conclusion, Google Glass can modify the medium of communication within some years, and it can help to display information hand-free format currently, which is available with the most of the smartphones is allowing to internet with the internet through voice commands, and it's easy communication and information access even for physically handicapped people who cannot use palm tops, that is mini computers and mobiles, and hence there are much more real-time applications, as I said. Are the references? Thank you. Hello. Hello, sir. Hello. Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Hello, sir. I'm done, sir. Hello. Any questions?